So Dave and I are on the E40 in the Netherlands, travelling towards Germany to meet Marcus for Germany Series 2. We've driven pretty much overnight to get here because we weren't allowed across the Hull to Zeebrugge route, so I've come via Dover Calais, and just up ahead the sun's about to start rising into the sky again. So we've done 5 countries in one day now.
Yep, 5 countries in one day, and at the moment 498 miles.
Yeah, not bad going for explorers, is it?
Not bad going for an old man and a daft lad.
So here we are in Germany, and we're about to cross the Rhine River. There's the industrial heartland of Germany. This is one of a few civil defence bunkers still surviving in Oberhausen, Germany. Carrying a 1D with me today. I'll get the thumbnail with this. Yeah, the camouflage paint is really nice. In this video we are with our friend Marcus in Oberhausen, Germany. This was filmed only a couple of hours after our arrival. Yeah. Yeah, whatever's in that paint is, well, probably not the...
That's not painted with a roller.
No?
They spray painted.
Oh.
Yeah, with a big air compressor.
Yeah.
And a big tank on the car. And then they have something like a long stick with a nozzle on top.
Yeah.
And then they painted it.
Just spray.
And
yeah.
Spray painted it. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
So you don't need scaffolding around the bunker. So if a plane comes and sees some scaffolding around something, that might be interesting.
Yeah.
That's why they all spray painted it.
Yeah, because in that time any new building,
you can see that,
was done by the Wehrmacht.
Yeah.
So it was something to hit a target. Oh yeah, they've overpaid it, oversprayed. The run marks.
Another, on each corner there's one entrance, so that you can come from every direction.
Yeah.
And you don't have to run around the bunker to get inside.
Ah, the hinges are more intact here from the original doors.
Yeah.
What does that say, Mark?
Oh, to get smoke, I don't know what it's called in English. It's sucks out the smoke in case of a fire.
Smoke evacuation.
Yeah,
zone.
that's it.
Yeah. Wow. Excellent.
Yeah, that's the rest of the original hinge.
Yeah, and this what you're looking at here, that is concrete, but they've used shuttering, so they use wooden, like scaffolding boards.
Yeah. And
to
the thickness
to the concrete.
The thickness of the wall is from there all the way up and 1 meter in this direction. So it's about 2.50 meters.
Yeah, 2.5 meter thick wall.
Yeah.
Wow.
That will last forever. You
yeah.
That bunker should be demolished in the 1980s, but they had not the money to demolish that.
No, too much, too big.
It was too expensive. Yeah, you could build 2 of them brand new for demolish 1 of them.
Yeah.
So it's crazy money, and so they left it as it is. And
you see the rebar there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, full of steel.
And that's good German quality steel.
Yeah, that's only corroded because it's been exposed. Something's hit it. That's been damaged more recently by something.
Yeah, but also these hinges, yeah, they are still moving.
Yeah, 80 years old.
80 years old, and there's no grease inside.
No.
They're still moving. So
yeah.
It was a good job.
Yeah.
2 hours later.
So that is the old machinery house. There was originally 2 steam engines inside of that, and the old head frame.
That looks amazing. Do you not think that looks good?
Absolutely. Is.
So and imagine on the right and on the left hands, there were all workshops and other buildings of some kind. And that was not the only shaft. It's one of two.
Yep.
The other one was pulled down in 1991.
Yeah.
That was a modern type. And this classic 1906 head frame is still existing because it's a listed building. You cannot pull that down.
No, it looks magnificent.
Yeah, these arches and these decorative thing. You won't build an industrial thing today with that decorative style.
I love the steelwork, the sort of brutalism of the steel going into the beauty of the arches of the brickwork.
And it's a quite big one compared to some others in that area. And for that age, it's still in good shape.
Totally randomly, it reminds me of the fire station on Ghostbusters.
Yeah, a bit. That's it. So there were two engines inside of that building, where these big arches were.
Yeah.
And there was a big crane, like a portal crane, inside of that. And these steam engines were moved out in the 1950s and replaced by electric machines. And yeah, it's still nice to see that existing. It was way more dirty back in the 1980s and 90s when I was here as a child and picked my father from work. So that was quite interesting. But I have to say I was down the mine when I was 10.
You've been down that shaft?
Down on that
Yeah?
mine and that shaft. With
Wow.
that, head frame.
Yeah.
And that was the lift was running down 25 meters per second,
Yes.
and we went down 900 meters.
Yeah.
At about that's 1,800 foot.
Yes.
So that was quite deep.
Yeah, that's a long way down.
Yeah, and it was quite hot, and the humidity was terrible. Was really terrible. Working under that conditions was not really nice. There are two other mines in the city. I can show you that later or tomorrow,
Yes.
where he also worked, and there are also still the head frames existing, but no machinery house or workshops and other stuff. So that's. But you can see in Germany we will take care of our industrial things.
Yeah, we don't do that in the UK, we
That's
just knock
really-
it down.
And it's really nice to see that. Imagine children will ask, what is that for a thing, for a steel thing?
Yeah.
We don't have mines anymore in Germany. The last mine closed 3 years ago. So there's no coal in Germany, no mining in Germany anymore. So you have to preserve that.
There might have been windows possibly. So,
Yeah, they wouldn't all be doors, would they?
no.
But there's a step there, so that's not been a door either.
You see, there's like a window sill on that one, so
Yes.
and that one. So I would think those were windows. Been filled in.
The pointing's too good to be from the Second World War, from damage.
Yeah.
That's repairs more recently.
New brick is that, yeah.
Let's have a look at the front and see what they've done there. The steelwork's magnificent, in perfect condition. Filming into the sun, it's never a good idea. It's all been pointed up. Just try and get it a bit dark for you. This railway line's very interesting.
This is looking at this. It goes uphill, and
Like a scoop system.
I think this is where they return the empty carts back into the
In
head.
into there.
they've reached the top of this and then just roll down a slight incline.
Yeah.
The rails at the other side, when the full carts came out, the rail is on a slope. So I would think they'd just use gravity and just run them down to where they emptied them.
Oh, gravity railway system.
Yeah, and then this obviously
Yeah, that was mechanical.
was mechanical to return
Pulled
the
it
empty
along.
trucks. So the winding engine would have been over here somewhere. And then the ropes would have gone up there over the top of the pit head wheels and then down straight down the shaft. I can't see any remnants of the
No.
winding gear.
It's all just returned, been removed and then returned to nature. So the winding engine will have been in there, like Dave rightly says, and then the pit head is here, and the pulley system, the pulley's on the top, up there. And then they would have pulled the lifts up and down there, onto the cart system that we were looking at.
These steel things, yeah, when you whip them out, these are tons of steel.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
worth a lot of money, but nobody would rip them out. So it's kind of heritage, so they will preserve that.
It's like a little landschaft part Duis Duisberg Nord.
Yeah, that's
I probably said that totally wrong.
not the same, but yeah, it's in the sense of Duisburg, it's the same idea, but it's a smaller scale. But I like that a lot. So that gives me back memories from the days when I was a child.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's interesting to see these technologies. It's all riveted. There's no welding on that whole head frame. That's all riveted, and it's built like the Titanic.
Yes. Riveted pieces of steel.
Yeah, it's all riveted.
Ironwork.
There's no signs of welding on that. And there was some damage in the Second World War. And some of these beams are reconnected. You can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is
yeah, there's
connected. You see that? There's a plate on that.
Yeah.
And then they reconnected these steel bars.
you can see where the steel's bent there.
The balcony thing on top of that, you see that it's also a bit bended, out of shape.
Yeah.
And, yeah, there was a bomb hitting right through the head frame into the building.
Yeah.
To the top part of the building. You can see the bricks are a bit darkened on the side and a bit newer on the middle. And here are some bits changed and
Repairs
bricks
from
exchanged and repaired because that was
actual
target
bomb
number
damage.
one. Yeah. The coal mine was target number one for the Allied bombers, and
Yeah, stock
So
coal
they-
production.
bombed the hell out of it. And
Yeah.
it's still existing and still there, and it will be there in 100 years, trust me.
Yeah, yeah.
And that steel was made in 1906, so that's over 110 years old.
Yes.
And it's no problem, it's still standing strong and without maintenance, so they won't take care of that. They
No.
will put paint on it every 10 years and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah. Some years ago there was a German flag on top, waving on top. So that was quite common back in the days when the mines were in active service. They had always a flagpole on top and a German flag on it. You see that on the picture I show you. Mine in Germany, the Prosperbergwerk.
Yeah.
So that was the case with that also, but they removed the flag and the flagpole.
Oh, okay.
Political blah blah blah.